Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Is Purdue a legitimate contender for number one, or should the conversation only be limited to Duke and Kansas? Go.
I think they absolutely are. And I am starting to think they should be more people's number one than they are. I personally would have them second right now. I would put Kansas one. I would put Purdue two. But I think people seem to be shrugging off Zach Edey's return, which is one of the more annoying reactions that I've had to any sort of news break in the last calendar year. Zach Edey was so good last year. It was a historically dominant National Player of the Year season. Not even just like he won National Player of the Year. Of course, he was good. Rank it against other National Player of the Year seasons. I think he's near the top. And now he's back. And it seems like because they lost to Fairleigh Dickinson, everyone is just willing to throw them in the category of, well, this is just what Matt Painter teams do. They'll be good in the regular season. They'll lose in the tournament. Yes, they lost a couple other high-seeded teams in the tournaments before this. It's now a string of 3 straight, 13 seeds and up. I get that. But next year's Purdue team is not last year's Purdue team. Specifically in the backcourt, it's the same faces, but Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer are going to get so much better than
There's
they
a
were.
reason why I say this all the
season.
time, Greg. There's a reason why coaches say the best thing about freshmen is that they become sophomores, right?
Right. And Fletcher Lawyer hit a wall last year. Like, that was the biggest problem for Purdue. The guy that was Fletcher Lawyer through January was not the guy the final 2 months of the regular season. And remember, this Purdue team was blowing teams out in the non-conference last year when these guys were 2 weeks in to their college careers. I still think the sky's the limit. They got Miles Colvin on the wing, another freshman who is extremely athletic. That's an upgrade for them in a spot they really needed. A more athletic, a little more speed, a little defense there. So I think this team has a fair shot, a fair argument at being number one overall. And of the top 4, Rob, they're the team that I would be most surprised if they didn't end the season on the one line.
Yeah, I mean, they won the Big Ten regular season. They won the Big Ten tournament. And if it wasn't for, I'm just going to call it a fluky end to the NCAA tournament for them, I think people would have a very different feeling about this group. But you also got to remember, throughout much of last season, it was like the exact opposite of what we're doing right here, right? Like, we were trying to talk people off the ledge of saying Purdue's the best team in college basketball. Purdue's going to win it all. Purdue this, Purdue that, Purdue everything, right? So it's amazing to me how the kind of narrative and public perception of this team has flipped. What I will say is this. Our partner for today's episode is Athletic Greens. I started taking AG1 during the college basketball season, and I loved the impact that it had on my energy levels. I'm a big coffee in the morning guy, but by the time that the afternoon would hit, I needed another boost. AG1 helped me tremendously, especially on those days when I didn't want to get up off the couch and go hit the gym. Their tagline is AG1 is comprehensive health and the power of habit in one. And man, that could not be more true. It's nearly impossible to eat and drink in a healthy manner in the month of February and the month of March when you are in my business. And AG1 was exactly the supplement that I needed to improve my gut health and cover my nutritional basis for the day. I've continued that into April. I've continued that into May, and I'm going to continue that the rest of the summer. All I have to do is mix a scoop of AG1 with some water, or maybe add it into a smoothie, and I'm ready to go. Do it after lunch, and you'll be ready to go for the rest of the day. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/field68. That's field 68 FIELD, the number 6, the number 8, and you can get yours now. So check it out and help support this show. Thanks. I am higher on Duke than I think just about anybody is. I have Duke number 2. I think that they are right there in the same conversation with Kansas for preseason number 1. I would not be shocked to see a situation where Kyle Filipowski and Tyrese Proctor are both first-team All-Americans, right? I mean, Filipowski averaged, we talk about Zach Edey coming back. Filipowski averaged 15 and 10 as a freshman, and he's coming back to school as a guy that was a projected, top 20, 25 pick in the draft. Tyrese Proctor could be a top 10 pick in next year's draft. He's coming back as a sophomore. He was terrific. He had the opposite of the Fletcher Lawyer season. He was kind of sucked early. He was really good late in the year. So I think if those two guys take the leap that I'm expecting them to make, I think that Duke has a much higher ceiling. The one thing I would say about Purdue is this, and you got about 30 seconds to respond to me. Where are the pros? And can you win in college basketball if you don't have a roster with at least some NBA players on it?
Yeah, I think you absolutely can. And I mean, look, they don't have a ton of pros unless Colvin really is a lot better than people think he's going to be right away. I will say, I know you saw the video. Zach Edey's agility at the NBA Combine was a little eye-opening to me, man.
My man can move.
I'm not writing him off. No, I look, it's different styles, right? You can make a flip argument of Duke of like they're too young. Like you can nitpick anything here. Don't nitpick Purdue. They're going to be dominant.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.